Welcome back everyone. In this exciting chapter, we'll explore the incredible potential of the Roblox terrain editor. With this tool, you can craft stunning natural landscapes from rolling mountains to tranquil lakes, using height maps and color maps to speed up the process. Let's dive right in. Firstly, we want to make and create a new base plate file, or we can use an existing one. Once you have the file ready, the terrain editor can be found in the Home tab of Roblox Studio. Click Terrain, and you'll be greeted by a host of tools to unleash your creativity. We'll start by generating some terrain. You can use the Generate tool to create a random landscape out of any combination of available features you choose. You can create watery cliffs, canyons, Arctic landscapes, and more. Try it out. The tool allows you to control the features included, where it spawns, and how much terrain there is to generate. But before you start to work on your island, follow these steps to generate a pre-generated simple landscape. The map settings section of the terrain editor offers a variety of options for the size and position of the terrain to be generated. And the material settings section includes the available controls to change the different materials of your terrain. Click the checkboxes next to the few biomes you would like to see, and then, when you're done, click the Generate button. Once the terrain is generated, the result is then shown on your screen. If you decided that you don't like the landscape you just created, you can click the Clear button to get rid of it, and then you can repeat the steps I just mentioned earlier to generate a new terrain. Now that you know how to generate the terrain using the pre-generated controls, we can start working on our very own island. So first, we will generate a piece of terrain that is just water. You want to make sure any biomes you don't want aren't selected. So for this exercise, the only biome you should be selecting is water. Now, with your ocean in place, it's time to add your island and give it some shape. This is where the Edit tab and its tools come in. These tools enable you to smooth, flatten, erode, and even fill in gaps. For example, if you wanted to create a cave, you could use the Erode tool to remove terrain. If you wanted to build a road, you can use the Flatten tool to flatten the terrain before you build on it. Now, let's go through each tool. So firstly, we have the Add tool. For the Add tool, we will be able to form land with it. So we can use the Add tool to sculpt your island's foundations, adjust the base size to control the land you're adding, and don't forget to switch to a top-down view for more precision. Next, we're talking about the Subtract tool. So we can alter our terrain with the Subtract tool. The Subtract tool removes terrain in the brush shape. You can create a lake or tunnel through your island with this tool. Next, we have the Grow tool. We can elevate our terrain with the Grow tool. The Grow tool adds terrain to existing land. We are able to play with the strength setting to create impressive mountain ranges and hills. Next, we have the Erode tool. We are able to remove terrain with the Erode tool. The Erode tool gives an erosion effect, removing terrain organically. create a tunnel through your mountain with this tool. Next, we have the Smooth tool. We're able to refine our terrain with the Smooth tool. The Smooth tool helps eliminate uneven terrain. Use it to iron out any rough spots on your island, like any sharp edges or jagged cliffs. Next, we have the Flatten tool. We're able to flatten terrain with the Flatten tool. The Flatten tool levels uneven terrain, making it perfect for adding cities or roads. Adjust the tool settings for your needs. Next, we have the Paint tool. We're able to change our materials of our terrain with the Paint tool. The Paint tool allows you to change terrain materials and add variety to your island by turning shorelines into sand and mountaintops into snow caps. And lastly, we have the Sea Level tool. We're able to create water with the Sea Level tool. We can use the Sea Level tool to add a layer of water to our island. We can adjust the sea level, size, and position to create the perfect aquatic features. Now that we have gone through each different type of tool in the Edit section and we have a general layout of our island, let's now talk about the Region tab. The Region tab comes into play when you're editing a large area of terrain and you want to do it quickly. So, we're able to select our terrain with the Select tool. Using the Select tool, we can choose specific terrain areas and we drag a blue box to create our selection to select the parts we want to change in the terrain, and we can adjust it if needed. Next, with the Move tool, we're able to move our selected terrain just like how we would select and move parts. So, the Move tool shifts selected terrain. And if we enable Merge Empty, we're able to maintain empty spaces while moving. Next, we have the Resize tool. We're able to scale the terrain with the Resize tool. The Resize tool lets you adjust the size of the selected terrain, just like how you adjust the size of parts that we can select. We can play around with this tool to reshape our mountain or island if, let's say, the island is too small, the mountain is too tall or too thin. Lastly, we have the Fill tool. We are able to fill an area with the Fill tool. The Fill tool is perfect for creating a mess of terrain that you can sculpt later. You can also assign materials to the filled terrain, such as a concrete city block. Now that I've gone through the tools and regions of the terrain section, we'll now be moving on to height maps and color maps. So, when you need to recreate real-world landscapes or add specific features quickly, height maps and color maps are your best friends. Using height maps allow you to define the terrain's height based on a 2D image. Bright areas will create peaks, while dark areas will form valleys. Import and fine-tune your height map to sculpt the perfect terrain. Color maps, on the other hand, allows us to assign materials to a terrain based on colors in an image. This can save you loads of time, especially when working on large-scale projects. Select materials from your landscape features, and color maps will do the rest. Now, in order to import a height map or a color map, we should follow the following steps. In the View tab of Roblox Studio, open the Game Explorer or Asset Manager. Click the Import button at the bottom of the little icon at the top and import your height map picture into Roblox Studio. The height map picture can be found online on your web browsers such as Google. Once we have gotten our height map and imported it, we can then go to our terrain editor and under the Create tab, click Import and the text box next to the height map. Change any properties you want related to the size and position of the height map. And click Import to have Roblox start generating terrain based off the height map you imported. Now, for color maps, they are the same as height maps. So how do we import color maps? Well, to import a color map, it's the same as importing a height map. So, in the material settings, we want to click color map and then import in our terrain color map. And just like that, we have imported our color map. I'll show you the difference between a color map and no color map. You can see that if I use the materials and click generate, there will be no color. But if I use the color map, then the colors will be applied accordingly to the map. Now that you have mastered making terrain, go ahead and create breathtaking landscapes that your creative mind can come up with. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your creations with the Roblox community. In our next chapter, we'll delve into how we can enhance our games with lighting. Thank you for watching.